Hi everyone, welcome to my craft room. As promised, I said that I would show you my new craft room, sewing room. And so here's the start. So let's just close the door. I have to push down on the door to close it. It's a little tight. So we start here and with big closet, double closet. Let's see, there we go. And in the closet, more of my craft stuff. Sorry, that's a little wiggle there. And then all of that pretty much is sewing stuff that's in the dresser. But up top I have a lot of my crafting stuff. Okay, a little boring. Close that. And then this hasn't been hung yet, but it's going to get hung on the wall. I redid my, whatever you call that, flower arrangement there. More sewing stuff in there and in this top drawer. The rest, I believe, not sure. You know, I keep going through this. Yeah, most of it is just more craft stuff. There's a few, like that drawer is all lace. And I don't know what's below that, but you can see I'm making use of the floor. It's not a big room, but I crammed a bunch of stuff in here. So both these dressers I redid. I bought this one off a lady who had redone the dresser, but it was all just flat black. And I picked this one up for next to nothing. Some guy was getting rid of it. It was his grandmother's, so it was, you know, old. Anyway, my husband fixed a slider on one of them, and then I just chalk painted it. And then I liked the color so much, I decided to jazz that one up a little bit to match. And then I've got my little birds with their hats. Those are from Temu. Then, of course, I've got my, I think that's this one here on the top. That's all of my, oh, my words are not coming. There you go. And in this one, I think it's all like wine bottle boxes or bags, I should say, and then tissue paper, that kind of stuff. And then here is my thread and loose thread in that one. I have 2 garbage cans because, yeah, I'm messy. So there's one there. I bought these pads for your feet because we do have the LVP flooring, so it's slippery. Every time I touch my pedal, it would kind of slide away from me. I picked this little guy up at the dollar store. It's not plugged in, but it works great for filming. We got all new blinds in the house when we moved in. This is an elevated table, so it goes up and down. That there is my baby lock. That one's the serger. And then over here is more, these are all my stamps, stamps, all up there. There's actually 4 rows of them in DVD boxes. There's the book I did. This is just loose books that had sewing stuff in it, I think. And then down here, I bought these sleeves from Temu, and they hold all my paper pads that I kept. I didn't keep a lot. I got rid of a lot. All of these are punches. Down here, I have at the back, that's my cover stitch machine. And then this one here is my sewing machine. So yes, I have 3 machines. They all do different things. Yeah, I picked up this light, I think Amazon. And then this here is my crafting mat. So I didn't want to get stuff on my sewing. This is what I used to cut my fabric on. So I wanted to keep it clean. This works great. If you get ink, even permanent ink, just use some alcohol rub and it comes right off. This here is from IKEA, and it will go just under the picture off the desk. And yeah, this is just, you know, my command center when I'm crafting. This is from my mother-in-law. I love that. I was with her when she picked it out. And My mother made that one. And then I have one cart. I think I got rid of all my carts and ended up having to go buy one, but I'm glad I did because this is the bigger one. It's longer and I like it much better. Holds more stuff and I only need one now. And then I have one plastic thing left right there, and that has all my die cuts in it, all my ephemera pieces, and they're all labeled. And this carries all of my mediums and paints and paintbrushes, glues, so it's all nice and handy. And then I got my gold chair because I feel gold goes well with my green. So this is my room. It's not very big. I'll stand right in the corner where the door is. So I don't know if that actually translates, but yeah, that's a 6-foot table. So you can tell it's not a big room, but it holds everything that I own now. All my sewing stuff is in there. So that's it. That's my craft room, sewing room. And you guys have a great weekend.